Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, I'm Kezia or Kaz. I like all things skincare, makeup and beauty, and today I'm going to be discussing, talking, whatever you will, about 5 palettes I've decided to declutter in my collection. There was more, but then I decided to put 2 of them back. There was 7 altogether. I was going to do an eyeshadow palette collection slash declutter, but I didn't have enough memory, and to be honest, I've been working a lot of hours because I've now got a new job and I work up to 50 hours a week. But I'm going to talk about 5 palettes that I've decided to declutter. I'm going to explain why. I have talked about these a lot on my channel. 2 of them were my Project Pan palettes last year. I did declutter them ages ago, but I knew I was going to do a declutter, so I've decided to keep them in. So I'll start with them, and it is my Blend Bunny Cosmetics palette, the Blends palette, and the Sample Beauty, the Painters palette. Now, I decided to get rid of these because I used them all last year for a Project Pan. As I struggled to pan the Blends palette, I noticed at the start of last year, the end of last year rather, these started to smell a bit, and I thought, they're going off. But I have had this for 5 years, and I have had this one for 5 years. I think it's 5 years. It could be longer, it could be shorter. But I don't like it when palettes didn't smell right to me, so I think they went off. And I've also know that you can't get this one anymore, which is a shame. I would have bought another one if you could. But I have got a backup to the Blends palette from Blend Bunny, so I'm just using that one and starting again with it. So I decided to get rid of these because they started to smell bad. I started to lose a bit of interest, and because I struggled with the project panning on these palettes, I decided these need to go in the bin. They're going bad. I don't want to give them away, so yeah, these are going. Now, the next palette, well, it's a Hydra Paint palette from Revolution. It's this. I've had this for years. Haven't really used it, and the shades are starting to crack. And I've got other eyeliners in my collection that I prefer, so I've decided I'm going to get this away. And I don't know if it's just where it's been, but the mirror is just always well, it feels like it's condensation, so I've decided to get rid of this palette because I don't use it. I've had this for ages, and I've got other eyeliners that I prefer, and you can't get this anymore. So really, if I can't get it anymore, there's no point in keeping them. But yeah, it was good, and I did use it, but I haven't for a long time. Now, the last 2 palettes I'm going to talk to you about is the Technic Dubai palette. Now, I was really shocked to see I was getting rid of this, but it's another palette that you can still get. But as you know, I'm not a big fan of big palettes, and I've already got another palette that's like this in my collection that's bigger. It's from Profusion, and it's more cool tones as well, but it's bigger, it's got better quality. And to be honest, there was nothing wrong with this. I just haven't used it for a while. It is obviously a neutral palette, but to be honest, I like that I've got smaller palettes, smaller neutral palettes that have got these colours in, and I prefer them, to be honest. So I've decided to get rid of it because, well, I'm not really reaching for it. And I know I said I love me neutral palettes, but I would rather use this one, say, which is my Marigold Profusion palette, than this one, because this one now doesn't even spark joy. When I first got it, I was really excited, but now I just look at it and I'm just like, meh. But I do have smaller nude palettes, neutral palettes that I prefer. And my last one I haven't even touched, so it's a waste of time keeping it, and I'm going to give this to my niece. It is the Profusion Adventurous palette, and it is this one. Now, I got it for the first top rose. I don't like it anymore. It's not sparkling as joy. I have decided to give this to my niece, as I said, because it had not been touched. And I wasn't happy with my makeup collection, just keep building up and building up. I was getting quite overwhelmed. Nothing wrong with the palette, I'm sure it's fine, but it's not my colour story and it doesn't spark joy, as I've said, so it's gone. So yeah, that is my little palette declutter and why I'm getting rid of them. Again, this eyeshadow declutter has been short and sweet, to be honest. I will at the end of the year do a full eyeshadow palette declutter, maybe a declutter, God knows if I get any more, but collection video. I don't like doing them all the time because people do get bored of them. But I really just want to say that makeup that doesn't spark me joy or gives me like excitement to use it, I don't use anymore. And my palette collection was getting so big. My preference to makeup has changed, and as I said, I prefer the small palettes now. And if I can get a palette with less shades in, but the shades I'm going to use more, then I'm just going to get it. Like this one, for example, the shades in this palette that could be the same in this palette, or the shades in this palette that you can get in this palette. So I'd rather have this one where I can carry it around with us than this one. But yeah, I just want to say thank you so much, guys, for your love and support. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.